In this video, I'm going to show you how stable the Hobie Pro Angler 14 really is. Let's go. Probably step off on oh yeah! Pretty fast. Alright guys, now we're going to try to see how much effort it is to actually flip it. So it's pretty stable. I feel pretty comfortable with it. I feel more comfortable now than I did before. Now that I've actually messed around with it and I'm in a comfortable situation. So I recommend that for you too if you want to check the limits of your stability. It has a lot to do with your own balance, but this boat is pretty stable. So now what I'm going to show you is how much effort it takes to actually flip it. And then once we flip it over, I'm going to teach you a technique for riding it. If it goes completely over, it's really hard to get it flipped over unless you have this little trick I'm going to show you later, so stay tuned. Here we go, attempt to flip number 1. I mean, it's not an attempt, we're going to flip this thing. Here we go. So I want to flip the thing with me. Ready? So here's where I normally would stand when I'm fishing. Okay, here we go. So for the riding, I tied a string to my H-bar. And this is gonna help me flip the kayak back over. So I'm gonna throw it to the other side, and I'm gonna go around. Don't swim under it. Go around it. And you're gonna use this rope as leverage to help you climb up. And hold on to this, and then put your body into it. And you hold weight and pull it back, and it'll flip back over. And the easiest way to get back on is from the back. So I'll get to the back. It's harder when you have a life vest. I'll put that on in a sec so you can see the difference. So you want to pull your weight up with your arms so that the back of the kayak is at your belly or around your hips. And you want to shift all your body weight on top of the kayak. Okay? Here we go. We're going to pull down and over. And just flop on the deck. Okay? Don't try to do this. Flop on the deck. It's going to help use that weight to pull yourself up. Just drag your belly on there. And you're back in business. Alright, now we're going to do the demo again with all the stuff on the kayak because it's going to add more resistance against the water when we try to ride it. And we're going to put the drive in there, the seat's attached with the bolt that it comes with, and the kayak paddle's attached with the standard bungee. And we're not going to put a lanyard on the drive to see if it falls out. Hopefully it doesn't fall out. It's going to be held in place by the actual locking mechanism. It's also a little bit different getting back in the kayak with the actual PFD on, so we'll show you guys how to do that same thing. But earlier you saw it without a PFD, so you get the mechanics of it. Now we'll do it with all the gear in place. So here we go. The PFD really helps keep you afloat. I'm not fighting to stay on the surface, which is a big help. It'll get you less tired. You won't get so tired. So now you need to get to the side where you have your lanyard. Pull it out. Throw it to the other side. And then go around the kayak. Don't go under, because especially with the PFD, you can get trapped under the kayak if there's like surf and stuff, because the buoyancy will keep you up against the hull. Okay, so go around it, either the front or the back, doesn't matter. I can now use this rope to climb back up towards the top. Give me some leverage. So it's harder with all the stuff on the kayak, but you just gotta basically commit to it, hang on to the rope, and use all your body weight to hang off of it and get you that leverage to bring it over. Now to get back up, you gotta do the same thing, but you gotta get this down to your hips, so your PFD clears. With your feet open, you're gonna do a big scissor kick, as you pull down. Okay, here we go. And then flop on the deck. You're back in. All right, we're in my garage. I'm gonna show you how I tie this paracord rope that I'm using as a riding rope, as in like get the boat upright. It's a technique that I learned when I was taking Hobie sailing classes on a catamaran. It's basically you use a rope to give you leverage when you're flipping the sailboat over in case you capsize. You take the end of the rope, you loop it, and you make a knot, a basic overhand knot, and you tighten it up, and now you have a loop. Okay. So with that loop, it's like you put the loop around the post. I like to do it behind the handle, behind the rudder control, and then you put the rest of the rope through. Now basically you have a loop that's holding on to the H-rail that you can call upon when you need it. Okay. At the other end, I also do another loop because it's easier sometimes to put once you get the rest over the kayak, instead of pulling it with your hands, if you don't have the grip, you can put your foot through here, not your whole foot, but like you put like the arch of your foot on the rope and use your body that way to push it down to help you pull the kayak over. I wouldn't recommend doing it that way with your foot if you're trying to ride the kayak in some kind of surf or some kind of weird situation where it's sketchy, because your foot, the arch of your foot could probably slip through and you end up with this around your ankle, right? So if you're gonna do it this way, make sure it's like in calm water and it's a really controlled situation. Otherwise, just use your grip, wrap it around your hands, and pull it back like I showed you earlier. Then I take this whole rope, I just basically coil it up, and I stick it in this little side pocket that the Hobie comes with, and that's it. That's where it lives. I've never used it out in the real world because I've never flipped the kayak, and that's another thing we need to talk about. It's a very stable platform. So if you're concerned with being able to stand up and fish on it, as long as you have decent balance, you should be fine. It's like I was kind of like almost doing like a jog on it, and like it would just rock with me. And while I was reviewing the video, you could see that the only reason why I even flipped over was because I was holding on to the opposite side of where I was going. So I mean it's gravity, right? So I'm like 180 pounds. So all that weight coming over, of course it's gonna tip over with me hanging off the side and pulling on the opposite side, right? But I think if I would have not held on to the opposite side, it would have tilted just enough for me to lose my balance, and I would have fallen in the water, and it probably would have stayed upright. So that's something you should consider when you're watching the video. I'm actually pulling the kayak with me when I'm flipping it over because I'm actually trying to flip it. I just didn't want to stand up, fall over to the side, and hit my head on the edge of the pool because the pool was long but it wasn't that wide. So, but still, I really appreciate the opportunity to get on a pool and do these kind of tests and give myself the confidence of being able to walk around the kayak, seeing how much I could push it. So that was really cool. So with that said, I want to give a big thank you to Tim for hooking me up with Scotty, who let us borrow the pool. Also, Tim did a lot of the filming when I was on the water. He was filming. So thanks again, Tim. You did a great job. I really appreciate it. And Scotty, thank you for letting us use your pool. That was a fun experience. It was great to meet you. And just a big shout out to Scotty and his business partners. They just started a charter called Brothers Sport Fishing. So check them out. Brothers Sport Fishing. I'll leave the link for the charter in the description of this video. And I have an interesting closer for you at the end of this video, so make sure you check that out. If you're in the market for getting a Hobie Pro Angler 14 and you find this video useful, you might also find these videos useful. I have a video where I unbox my Hobie. I have a video of me reviewing the stuff that comes in the box. I have a video of me showing you how I load my kayak and unload it from my truck, and how I transport it on the wheels and all that good stuff. I also have a video about how you can modify your Hobie Trax 230 cart so you can load the kayak on it by yourself without tilting it over. So check those out. I'll put a link to the playlist up here so you can have a look and check out those videos. Also leave them at the end of this video so you can click on them. Alright, now check this out.
Yeah, you did it.